I'm Brad Geyser. I've been with the National Sea Rescue for 45, in fact 46 years. I started at Bakoven as a trainee crew member in 1975 when NSRI was then just 8 years old. I started as a trainee there and grew to become a coxswain at Station-8 with the most amazing launching conditions in the country. In fact, in the mornings we used to row out of the channel before we had outboard engines that had electric tilt. The station is probably and is the oldest operational station in NSRI, Station-8 being the next oldest. And I grew from a trainee crewman through being a coxswain over 25 years at that station to eventually become a station commander, taking over from Alan Cram. I eventually finished as station commander there in 2002, handed over to Mark Thompson, and then thought I was retiring from NSRI and moved to Hout Bay to start a new life here in Hout Bay. We bought a house up in the top of Hout Bay, and I eventually decided to join Station-8 in Hout Bay to be able to get my big boat ticket. And over probably the next year, I found that this was a much bigger organization than Station-2, a much more formal station, which needed a completely different way of working. Because it had much larger craft and a much larger complement of crew and much more equipment, it took a totally different approach to be able to work on a station this big. Eventually, I took over as station commander in 2005 after Chris Hudson had run the station for a couple of months to give me a chance to get to know everybody and to get to know the station and its culture. And I was station commander from then until 2012, when I actually officially retired. I handed over to Lyle Pringle in 2012, when I technically officially retired from active sea duty. In fact, if you look at the number of station commanders that Station-8 had, starting with Ken Brady, and then of course Chris Hudson, Peter Adamo, and then myself, Lyle was really the fifth station commander at Station-8. After I left Station-8 and retired from active sea duty, I took a bit of a sabbatical and wrote the Station Commander's Training Course, which we started presenting in 2014, and created almost like a junior academy, if you like, for station commanders and deputy station commanders, to be able to teach them everything that we learnt over the years. Moving on from that, I got elected to be Region 1's representative, remembering that there are 7 regions within NSRI which are geographically down the west coast and up the east coast and the inland stations. And I took over Region 1, which is the biggest region with now 8 stations. Having served on the operations board, we became the Operations Support Committee, which is a governance and oversight committee reporting to the governance board. And in 2017, I took over as the chairman of that committee, and then became automatically a member of the governance board, representing the committee and representing all of the regions in South Africa. So I now serve as the chairman of the Operations Support Committee. I'm on the governance board, and for my sins, I'm also the chairman of the awards committee, which is probably one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever done in NSRI, giving back to those who've done something remarkable in NSRI.